Jake Varner with a smile on his face. Hey, you won the Olympics today.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about how the day went and what do you think was the key for your victory in all those tough matches?
Just going out there and sticking to your plan. A lot of things can happen in the Olympics. A lot of crazy matches happened earlier, and just going out there and sticking to my match. I had a game plan, went out there and stuck to it, and scored my points and did what I needed to do.
Now, semifinals, you ran into a pretty tough Georgian, a guy who's been a world champ, Olympic medalist. You stuck to your game plan there. How tough was he? I mean, did he really give you a challenge that made it difficult for you to get to that next match?
Yeah, he was tough. He's a strong guy, big strong guy, and hard to score on. But after that first period, I knew that I had to do something, and after that clinch, I knew how to go out there and score some points, figure out a way to score. And and I did that, and he was hard to score him, but I figured out, got an angle, and scored, and that was the match. So.
What was the difference in the finals? You had a young Ukrainian. You hadn't wrestled him before, right?
No.
So what do you feel was the edge for you to score what you needed?
I knew he was going to underhook on my right side, and so I was shoving that down and just trying to pull him around, and just hopefully something was open, and finally something was. I don't even remember what the second takedown was in the second period.
Right.
But I just went out there and kind of just try to stick to my wrestling and focus on what I do best, and went out there and scored.
Now, Kel Sanderson in your corner, coaching college, has been your coach in freestyle out at Penn State. Talk about the joy you felt being able to share your biggest moment with the guy who helped you get there.
It's awesome. You can't ask for anything better than that. Not many people get win an Olympic gold medal and their coach with Olympic gold medals and be coached by him. And he's sitting in your corner. So I'm just so fortunate to have him, and I owe a lot to that guy. And he's got me to where I'm at right now, and I love that guy and just thank him for a lot.
Now, U.S. team had 2 golds and a bronze. Your thoughts about the U.S. freestyle program?
I thought we wrestled well. Obviously guys are disappointed, and it's hard not to be disappointed for them, especially when you're waiting around, you're ready to wrestle. You can't really think about that, but I feel for those guys too, and I wanted them to win just as bad as they did, and we fell short in some of the weight classes, but I thought everybody came out and wrestled tough, and that's all you can really ask for. As long as you left it all on the mat, that's what matters the most. No regrets. So.
Hey, you're going to spend some time with your family. You got a pretty good group here, huh?
Yeah.
How many people came out to support you?
I'm not real sure. 20 or more or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it's awesome to have them here. Traveling out far. It's not cheap to do something like this, and I just thank all of them for doing it and being here and support me. So I'm just gonna go hang out with them for a little bit.
Well, could you do me a favor, pick up your gold medal there, and let's just, the fans back home want to see Jake with his gold. Outstanding. Congratulations, Olympic champion, Jake Varner.